Jason, how do you assess that game? Fantastic game of cricket. If you're a neutral, some great innings, but you didn't get over the line. How's your?
Yeah, it seems to be the trend here in this World Cup for us. You know, we had a few close games, but just unable to get over the line. Yeah, you can look back in hindsight and pinpoint a number of areas in this game. You know, I don't think we fielded particularly well. You know, probably gave up 30 to 40 runs in the field. Yeah, when we were batting, I felt we were always in the game with a show. You know, we just lost wickets at crucial stages, and you know you could also say that the run-outs were probably gifted wickets, and probably what we didn't want at that stage.
Just on the run-outs, Jason, how difficult is it to manage that from off the field when you can see people getting a little bit nervous? And, you know, they're critical wickets at vital stages of the match. How do you sort of assess that to guys going out to the ground to bat afterwards?
Oh man, it's virtually impossible to control off the field. You know, you could probably sense one or two things within the dressing room when you get a message out, you know, just tell them to calm down a little bit. But both of them, for me, were just really against the random play and unnecessary. Unfortunate, but I don't think it should be happening really at this level.
Jason. Carlos, Old Trafford, obviously Nicholas here. I mean, if there's one thing to take away from this World Cup, it must be like you must be delighted with like the never say die attitude in the camp. Yeah, we've shown some fight in this entire campaign. Yeah, I'm proud of certain individuals who can definitely put their hands up and put their heart on the line. And that's what we want, we want guys to just give their all. When you leave the cricket field, make sure you don't have anything within the body left to be given. Yeah, and credit to Nicholas. I thought he played an outstanding innings today. He batted maturely. He got boundaries. He knocked it around as easily as he possibly can. And then obviously not like Fabian. Not like what Fabian played. Is exceptional as well. Just again, unfortunate when he ran out, but. The young talent is there. Just a matter for us to bring it together more often, and get over the line.
How disappointing is it? Like you came with a lot of promises in the tournament. How disappointing is it to see that things not going your way despite some really good performances by individuals? So what do you think needs to be looked into in the next few years or after the World Cup?
Firstly, it's disappointing. Definitely disappointing to come so close on a number of occasions and not get over the line. And secondly, in terms of the talent we have, we've just got to find ways to manage it. Manage the talent we have. Put things in place to make sure that they're developing. If we don't put things in place to make sure they're developing, we come in 4 years' time and probably see similar results. So it's just a matter for us to look after them. Look after all of our players, try to manage them as best as we possibly can. When they go back home and going into their franchises, we need to put things in place for them to be able to develop.
Jason, were the players expecting Rihanna to turn up to today's game?
No, it was a pleasant surprise. It's great to see her here. I just want to personally thank her for coming out. I guess it's not easy for a celebrity to just come down to Durham to watch West Indies play, but I'm sure the boys felt her presence in the stands, and she came down to the dressing room as well and meet quite a few of the players, and that was also refreshing.
Jason, just another word on your assessment of Nicholas's innings, because he has always been seen as a very promising talent. He's just played 10 ODI games so far, and this is his biggest ever score that he's made. Do you see this innings as a one that will make a jump? You've seen other young players and how they develop. What is your reckoning of what this innings will do for him?
Look, what I've seen here in Nicholas Pooran in this entire World Cup is nothing surprising to me. What he's produced here is exactly what we expect him to produce. Ideally we want him to get better, and we want him to improve, and he would only improve over a period of time. We've selected him for a reason, and we give him full backing. We give him full confidence to go out there and play the game that he knows he needs to play. And yeah, he will make mistakes. He's a young player, and it's just important again for development to continue to take place for him. And learning is part of his development, and he just needs to learn from the scenarios that he's put himself into, and we all need to learn from the scenarios that we've been faced with in this World Cup as well.
Just one more. What are the expectations you have for him? What is your vision for him, say 5 years, 10 years from now?
Again, once we look after Nicholas as best as we possibly can, we create an environment for him to learn and develop. You know, I expect big things from him. You know, he's got the talent, he's got the ability to change gears. He's very, very skilled that he can improvise. He's got pretty much every shot in the locker. It's just a matter for him just to put it together more often than not. But I think we as a body, West Indies Cricket Board body, we've got to make sure that we have things in place to continue to help these players to develop.
You have been a young captain and you're still a young captain leading younger guys as well. How confident do you feel that the development that you talk about is going to happen between now and the next World Cup for West Indies?
Well, I could tell you, I mean, definitely in this World Cup I've done lots of thinking and trying to find ways and means of which we can continue to improve. Definitely is a situation where we've got to sit down as a management group, as leaders of the organisation and find things to put in place. We can't let talent go to waste. It's our responsibility to make sure that we harness this talent as best as we possibly can and make sure that these guys get better.